broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Miriam, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
You and your beautiful hair.
Thanks. I feel like it's a frizzy mess, but thank you. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is AFTERBUZZ TV, the Younger After Show. I'm your host, Annika Michelle, and with me is my wonderful co-host back.
I'm Sam Davidson. Hey guys.
And you guys will notice two people are missing. Danica and Joe both had to stay late, so they couldn't make it to the show tonight. But hopefully they'll be back next week, and we'll have a full panel again for you guys.
But you have us tonight.
You do. It's a girls' night at Younger.
Very much so.
I know last week we were telling you guys that, like, what was going on because that guy, you know, the publisher, like, kind of disappeared. And we were just discussing this right now. Like, she even said, like, last week I said I think the episodes are kind of caught out of order or shown out of order. I don't know if they're taped in order.
A lot of times that happens. I've done a lot of shows, different shows for AfterBuzz where we discuss them and then we find out, you know, second or third episode that, like, you know, the network is like, yes, they're out of order.
Right. But I want to know what happens. Like, they leave us hanging and I'm like, are we going to ever know? Like, I don't know if anyone out there knows any information. Maybe tweet us,
yes,
tell
with
us.
The writer. Not, the... you know, I don't know, Danish, German, whatever he was. He was creepy and his storyline was odd, but it was kind of funny. And now, you know, Kelsey is just back with her dude.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. Yeah, that was back, and I even told her, I was like, it looks like a Prince. Oh my God,
you said Prince William. I was like, but he's way hotter than
like
Prince William.
You know, younger, full head of hair.
Well, it's also interesting because that character of Kelsey's boyfriend, Thad, I mean, he's still kind of douchey.
He is.
But he's a lot less douchey than he was to begin with, I think. He treats her a little better.
He is, and she seems to be kind of happy when she's with him. She's never mentioned the guy again. But then again, we don't know if this is supposed to be has happened yet.
Exactly.
Because... it's hard, man. It's hard. I want to know what goes on. The guy cut his hand and was like, you can't leave me. And then that was it. We don't hear a mention of him. We don't talk about him. Like, I need to know. Somebody clarify for me what the heck happened to that dude.
I think he'll probably, like, come back and try to steal and kidnap, like, Hilary Duff or something. I mean, Kelsey.
Take her back.
He'll, like, come back and be like, I'm crazy.
Yeah.
And you just will be like, okay, I forgot about this dude.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how they incorporate him back into the show.
I hope they do, because if not, then that'd just be like bad writing. And...
I do too. Yeah, but this week's episode.
Yes.
What did you think? Did you like it overall?
I did. I really like it. I really like this show. I think it builds every week. It gets better. And you see relations, like, we got to finally see, like, kind of where Kelsey lives, and
which was interesting.
It's so funny. It's so and she's the Jewish mother I've never had.
Yeah.
Of the girl whose mother she lives with, and it's true. Living in New York is very expensive.
It is.
So.
I mean, living in LA, I don't know where everybody who's watching lives, but living in LA is very expensive too. So it's like, I can't imagine New York. Things are smaller and more, you know. So I don't blame her for living with her parents or roommates' parents. But I thought it was just funny. I guess when we get to that scene, I'll talk about it, but I guess we're there. Well, the mom, like you said, was in Hocus Pocus. You recognized her right away.
Yeah, and I was like, Hocus Pocus. Where did that come from?
And she's been in tons of TV shows. She's done Desperate Housewives. She's done, like, a bunch of ABC Family shows. The list, like, her IMDb list was going on and on. I was like, all right, get it, girl. She was doing good for herself.
Yeah. I just loved the introduction of those characters.
Yeah. I hope they come back. I hope we see them again.
Yeah.
They were fun. And I just thought it was so awkward when the dad came into the bedroom and was like, oh, do you need anything? Water? And it's like, she's so uncomfortable. The blanket's, like, up to her neck. She's like, no, I'm good. Like, you can leave now, you know?
That's the worst. I so badly want to, like, empathize with Liza and, you know, kind of feel what she's feeling. And then I'm like, no, you're a liar.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be weighing on me so heavily, I wouldn't be able to do it at all.
Because she has to keep making up the stories. Like we said, like they all went out for drinks, and they're seeing what year the animal is, their birth year animal, and she almost messed up right then and there. She almost gave it away.
Kelsey knows. I think that she knows. There was a look that she had on her face at that moment where she's like, I knew it, kind of. Like,
yeah.
What? I just finally caught you. I don't think she cares, to be honest. I think she's going to find out, and then she's going to be like, I really could care less.
I don't think her boyfriend would care. And I thought that at the moment when they were at the bar and the boyfriend's like, look, I got the dragon tattoo on my hand or whatever. It's you. And she's like, oh, yeah, that is my birth year. Like, she didn't even know because her own lies, you know?
And that's something that's going to be on him forever.
And you don't know if you're going to be with him forever because let's bring it back to this moment because I have to say something about this. When she met his friends, he was like, oh, yeah, we're just, is this your girlfriend? No, we're just hanging out.
Yeah. He didn't know. It was stupid because even after she left, he talked to his bros about it, like, very honestly. He's like, did I mess up?
Yeah.
Guys are just stupid. Like, they freeze, and he didn't know what to do.
I feel like most girls would be like, are you joking me? Like, how long has this been going on? We're not just hanging out,
Well, the best thing is she gets that, and she's like, okay, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. Then she goes to the bathroom, and there's, like, a huge turd in there.
Yeah.
Like, someone had diarrhea and didn't flush it. And she's like, awesome.
She's like, I'm gonna leave.
And then she said she's gonna go down to the bathroom in the restaurant downstairs, and he's like, would you mind getting some toilet paper?
Yeah. And like people who watched last week's I can't remember if Joe was here last week, but I know that Joe made a prediction, like at least it was last week or the week before, that he said that he's gonna do something like that, like say, oh, this is just like we're just hanging out, like not acknowledge her as the girlfriend. And it's like, I guess at what point in the relationship do you have that talk, Like, is it, I guess every relationship is different, but I feel like they should have had it by now. I feel like this shouldn't even be a question.
Well, it's also, she's living in a different generation than what she is. Like, she's probably never been with a guy that says, oh, we're just hanging out.
Right.
Like, she's either had, like, a boyfriend or a husband.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, she's married for a long time.
And it's like, this is what the kids are doing now. It's confusing for her, and she like almost doesn't want to challenge it because she doesn't want to seem like she doesn't understand it because she's not of that age.
Right. But it's like even at that age, I feel like even when you're young in your 20s, like it's still confusing because what the hell's hanging out? Are you hanging out with other people too? Like what does that mean? I hang out with all different people. Like it's just it's still. I don't like the terminology. Either we're together, we're not. We're getting together. I don't know. Anyways, that's my little rant on that little story, but.
Anyone that dates Annika.
Yeah. I don't ever bring it up, though. Like, he has to say it. I'm never the one to be like, oh, so what are we? I can never do that.
Yeah.
He has to, like, be like, so, would you want to be my girlfriend or whatever? I don't know. Whatever guys say nowadays. Not, do you want to hang out? I'd be like, are you joking me?
Yeah, poor little Josh. He just got a little choked up.
Yeah.
But he didn't mean it.
He didn't. And I think he got the tattoo because I think he can tell that she was a bit upset.
Yeah, because he's not good with words, but with body art. Specifically is how he expresses.
And I wonder if he did that himself. I kind of wanted him to say that. Like, he's like,
Okay, that would kind of be absurd. I'd be like, that, you're lying.
Yeah.
That's just a lie.
If he did it himself.
How would you do that yourself?
But it's not like a hard, I don't know. I don't have a tattoo, so I shouldn't even.
Me either, but I just feel like it'd be very
It would be hard. It would be painful for sure. More painful, I think, because you're doing it to yourself. Yeah. Anyways, another thing that happened, speaking of lies, is that they found this book that they wanted to publish. So close.
I was like, we were watching, and I was just like, that's so awesome. Yeah. I'm so happy. And like stupid viewer me that gets so wrapped up in a show that doesn't know, like, hey, like, you're a writer, like, you know this stuff, like, this is too good to be true.
Right.
And then it still got me. It surprised me.
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting for it to be. I was expecting for her to sign the book and all be well. And Charles, is that the guy's name? The publisher, Charles.
Yes,
Charles.
Who I would take. I love him. I love him and Josh. Like, she's a very lucky woman.
Right, and he's obviously into her, but the boss is into Charles. So that's like, and. Just that the whole situation kind of sucked. I was hoping it went through. I was like, yes, she's getting her moment. She's getting there. Like, Kelsey's helping her out. This is going to be great. Yeah. They did the research like they said. Nope, this woman is a liar.
And it's not as though it was, like, so easy. This happens in the first or second episode. Like, she's gone through trials and tribulations.
Oh, of course.
And, we're like, yes, she deserves this.
And then, boom.
But I liked it because it's realistic. you know, that, like, when you work at a crazy company, whether it's publishing or whatever, like, things happen and it's not all like, oh, what a miracle project and everything goes perfect.
It's true. It's very true. Like, crazy things happen all the time last minute. Like, they were in there, they were about to sign the papers, and she was like, she read the book of Babushka, and it was like the same first line.
Well, and it's just like, you know what? Diana Trout is just a very jealous woman. She could have easily just, you know, told them in a different...
Oh, no, she wanted to do it in front of Charles.
Yeah, and she wanted to humiliate Liza.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's, you know, I like her character, but at the same time, like, after that, I'm done. Like, I don't think she's I don't like her anymore.
I think she can obviously tell. I mean, a woman kind of knows. I think she can tell that he's into her.
Yes.
And she's not about that. Mm-hmm. She's like, nope, I like you. What are you liking my intern for? Not about this. I'm going to embarrass her in front of you. But yet he didn't seem fazed by it. He was like, he was just kind of calm.
He said, better luck next time.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
Like, he's fine. He's moving on. Like, he doesn't... What, it took 5 minutes out of his work day for that meeting? Like, nothing was wasted on his part. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
You know, it sucks, but I think that we're all gonna be, like, doubting Liza now, and then she's gonna get something again very soon, and it'll, like, surprise everyone, because you'll think it's kind of over for her.
I do, yeah. I hope it happens sooner than later. I hope we see it in season 1 and not have to wait for season 2.
Yeah. But then, okay, not to get into predictions, but, like, I could see something like that happening. I'm so sorry. I'm sinking terribly.
You're going down, girl. What's going on?
I don't know. I'm always scared I'm gonna get in this chair, and I always do. I think that, though, something really good will happen to her as far as, like, finding a novel, and then people will find out how old she is.
Yeah, age is coming up sooner than we think. I mean, we can get into predictions. Do you have anything else to say? I have to say, 2 weeks in a row, Kelsey's makeup artist, girl, you're doing it on point. Guy, I don't know who it is. I haven't checked out, but loving it. Whoever has been Kelsey's makeup artist for this past 2 episodes... You've been doing a great job, and I will hire you if you're in LA.
Well, she's Hilary Duff, so she's also just flawless.
Yeah. She also just wakes up like that. It's fun.
Something I just wanted to touch on that briefly was, like, Kelsey called Liza her mentee.
Yeah.
It's kind of brutal, a little bit.
Yeah.
I just really want to, I mean, I know she's going to find out. She's going to be like, I knew. Yeah.
I don't think she'll care, honestly.
But you think that... I think Josh will care. He'll be like, it's not about... I think he'll say that it's not about your age, but it's about the lie.
The lie? Mm-hmm. I could see that. Or I guess we're moving on to predictions, I guess, if I say that.
Yeah. Predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Such long. But yeah, I could see that happening, definitely, because he's like, you lied to me. I can't even trust you. Why would I want to be with you? But I feel like he'd be like, yeah, I got an older woman, like, because she's beautiful, you know? So it's like...
But he's very emotional, and I feel like he'd be, like, very hurt. Like, yeah, he might be a little weirdly
like, he's sensitive more, yeah.
Yeah, but he'd just be like, no, it's just not right, man.
Yeah. I could see that going down. I could also see her age coming out and then Charles getting, oh, you're closer to my age than I thought. Okay, this isn't like I'm rocking the cradle.
Yeah, I think if anyone is not going to be pissed, it's going to be him because he's going to be like kind of relieved.
Yeah, he's going to be like way more into it. Mm-hmm. Diana's going to be way more pissed because then she's going to find out how close she is in her age. You know what I mean? She's going to be like, you're close to my age and you got the guy I wanted.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's close in her age and she's your assistant. So I guess look at it whichever way you want.
Yeah. I kind of see that, you know, Diana is going to try to do some really messed up, like a lot more messed up stuff to Liza. And it's going to get bigger and then it's going to build and build. And then it's going to cross the line. Everyone's going to, and she probably is going to expose her. Diana is going to like expose Liza. And then, you know, Charles, right? Yeah. Charles is going to basically throw Diana under the bus for doing something messed up and probably like give Liza her office or something. Yeah.
It's going to be like this catastrophic thing. I hope that's what happens because this girl's working hard and I feel like she puts up with more than she needs to. I mean, of course, most assistants usually do, but... Yeah. I'm like, oh, it kind of reminds me of Devil Wears Prada if you guys have watched that.
Yeah, definitely.
But
also with Josh, he's just, He's just a really beautiful
He is.
person.
And I kind of cheated, and I saw he's in pretty much most episodes, so
yeah.
I don't think he's
but we
going
don't know
anywhere.
about next season.
Right, this season, which only has a few more weeks left anyway. But
Yeah, I would. I
would hope he'd come back.
Yeah, me too. I mean, but there's just but I love Charles too.
Yeah. I think they're both a good fit for her. One's more like the fun, carefree side of the 20s, you know, obviously. And one's the more like responsible, has also been married, been divorced. Has like they have more in common like life-wise because they've gone through the same obstacles and same life challenges that with each other that happens in your like 40s, you know.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just thought of this. I feel like Liza is gonna cheat on Josh once they're like official.
Yeah.
With Charles.
Oh, there you go.
And she's gonna feel really guilty.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
a
what
good
I got.
prediction. I really just hope that we can find out what happens with Kelsey and the publisher. Or the
writer.
The author, sorry.
The novelist.
The novelist and his wife, Annika. Bjornberg, that's what it was.
Yes, Bjornberg.
So I'm like, come on. Every week I'm like, is it this week? Are we going to find out? Is his hand okay? What's going on here? Is he like alive? What's happening? We have no idea. No one even mentions him. So I guess we'll just have to find out next week.
I guess so.
Do you want to tell them where they can find you?
Absolutely. You guys can find me online at samdavidsonentertainment.com or on Twitter and Instagram at samd43.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Annika Michelle 1, and on my website, AnnikaMichelle.com. Thanks for watching, guys.
See you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.